Well, hi. This is a short video because it takes me so long to text all four of you, and I think I had the same message for all four of you today. And I just want you to think about this, okay? First of all, we're at the lake. We've been staying, basically away from everyone since the 1st of March, since we got back from California. And I know that you guys have too. And I hear more about Maddox and Peyton and what's going on with school, but I know Lily and Avery, you too are doing your schoolwork at home. You have to understand that I know that you four are so smart, but the world's never had something like this. There's been a lot of things happen in history just since I've been born, or since your great grandpa has been born, Grandpa Alligator, or Grandpa Olson, great Grandpa Olson. And even they haven't seen something like this. So we don't know what's going on, how this is going to work out, and we don't really know what our next normal be. But I can assure you of one thing, that the next time I see you, I just want to hold you close. I just want to feel you and smell you and give you a hug, because in the last 5 or 6 weeks, maybe there's times that go this long, especially Lily and Avery. I don't get to see you as much as I would love to see you, but I guess just living a state apart, it's a little hard sometimes. But this pandemic and staying home has made me really think a lot about, I don't want to miss anything with you. I feel like the best part of you all getting older is that y'all have your own phones. Now, Avery, you the other three know that you can get a hold of Avery through her email address. I think her Fire or something has her email address, and she can get messages. But y'all should stay really close, and you should text back and forth, or if one day that one of you runs through the other person's mind and you think about them and you go, gosh, I wonder what Avery's doing today, or wonder what Peyton's creating today, or gosh, Lily, do you still have that kitty cat in your bed? And Maddox, now you three girls have to understand, Maddox is getting older. We're just lucky he talks to us at this point, but to me, I think he's got this really soft, wonderful heart, and he does care about us girls. So Maddox is pretty easy for me to reach out to, and I love talking to him. I just love hearing his voice. He doesn't understand that, but his time is short, that he's going to be in high school, and pretty soon he's going to be grown up and he's going to outgrow us all. But I hope that he always remembers that he's still my first little grandson that grew up to be my oldest grandson, and all of you are special. So two things I want to talk to you about today. One is I wouldn't even ask you to think about this for a minute, because it would just instantly be a really sad thing to think about. But sometimes I think that we have to say it and put it out there, and so that we don't forget, or that we're kind of doing this like, I hear nothing, I see nothing, I say nothing. But imagine your house, like, how your mom will run and go get groceries or something like that. And until she gets back home, there's an emptiness. It feels like, oh man, she's out of here. She's not going to tell me to do anything. I don't have to read. I don't have, man, I can even grab a snack and no one will see it. But I want y'all to, all four of you, to remember that we're all really, really lucky to have each other. And not every home is like that. And so I really want you to think about how much, even when she drives you nuts, how much you care about your mom. and all that she does for you. All four of you are blessed. You all four have daddies that are great daddies. But you all four have great mommies too. And sometimes when something is so good, like our freedoms, our health, and all this other stuff, we take for granted that not always is that how life's going to be. So Mother's Day is coming up, and you know, I always said May is my month, the best month of my life, because Jason and Kelly and my dad all have birthdays in May. And that's pretty special people to me. And I absolutely love May. It's spring, it's a new beginning. As soon as Mother's Day hits, normally we have nice weather. So that's the thing I look for. Up until the day of Mother's Day, you can't even wish that because that doesn't happen. I just remember a few things that my first love that I saw outside of my body was Jason. And he was born on Friday, May 13th. And then Mother's Day, I believe, was 2 days later because I was in the hospital then. And I remember that I thought that, you know, the world made Mother's Day on that day because I was the happiest girl in the whole wide world. So I just want to tell you that Mother's Day is really special. And then less than a year later, on May 9th, Aunt Kelly, or your mom, Maddox and Peyton, was born. And it was like, oh my gosh, Mother's Day was that next weekend. And it was the best. It was the best. So 1977 and 1978 were great. Then Jason grew up and he was at college, and we found out, I think it was his junior or senior year, I think it was his senior year, I can't remember, that he had met this girl, and her name was Kelly. And that I could tell, because Uncle Jason did not have a lot of girlfriends or anything. He waited for the best. And what he waited for was for your Aunt Kelly or your mom, whoever I'm talking to or listening to. And I thought, no way. We have a Kelly that's born in May, and she's born right after Kelly Lynn Carter, and then it's Kelly Lynn Ackerman, and then it's Jason Lee Ackerman. I mean, that's the trifecta. That means you won 3 ways, the trifecta of Mother's Day. So don't take for granted what we have right now, even though things have been a little difficult the last 5 weeks. Love that mother that you have. I'm blessed. I still have my mother. And every time I get just a little aggravated with my mom, Greg mentions to me, and he said, I'd do anything if my mom was here. It's funny. You can be 70 years old like Greg, and you still think of your mom, because she's like the most special person. I mean, she gave you life. She gave you everything. You 4 are so blessed. You have grandparents that love you, even extra grandparents like Greg. You have each other, and you have a mother that loves you more than they love ourselves. I would give my last breath, I would give my heart to Jason and Kelly. And there's someone in this world that loves you equally that much. Please love on them. Love them extra special this weekend. Make them know that they're extra special. You don't have to go to the store. You've got crayons, you've got paper. Maddox, you could write it on a receipt. That just write something that you're extra special, Mom. That you're above and beyond, and there's not another woman in this world that you love as much as you love her. And just know that I'm not your mother, but I'm your grandmother. And my love for you is as big and as strong as your mother's love for you. I hope you have a good weekend. Don't forget about Mama's birthdays. Don't forget about Mother's Day. Do something special. You don't have to buy the gift. The gift is what you give of yourself. I love you. Don't forget your prayers. Don't forget that the most wonderful thing your mothers and your fathers can give you is faith. And it's the biggest blessing. Okay? I love you guys. Have a great Friday. Bye-bye.